So what were some of the issues that you faced in that role with African Americans and equality in Sioux City?
Well, when you, of course, when you serve in a role like that, the issues are, I don't want to say the same, but like in nature, because it's all about discrimination, one way or the other. For African Americans, of course, it was the majority of the complaints that I received and investigated were race-based complaints. Folks felt like they had been discriminated against, either by not being hired on a job, or if they worked at a job and they weren't getting promoted or weren't getting the same pay as others and all, they felt as though the reasons was because of their race. And so that was the biggest area of complaints while I was there anyway, that we dealt with.
And then personally, did you ever think that you would come to the day where you would see that the United States of America elected an African American president?
Absolutely not. Let me say that emphatically. However, of course, like you and everybody else, I'm certainly very proud about it. When I have a story, seeing as how you mentioned that I must tell. When Senator Obama announced that he was going to run for president, I automatically said, I knew the guy I didn't know him well, but I knew he was a fairly good guy. He wasn't, he deserved to be looked at and supported. Maybe let's see what his policies are. After doing that, I said, well, I can support the guy, but I was going to support him financially, give what the law allows that you can give to candidates, but someone from his office here in Sioux City, one of his staff called and asked if I would get involved as far as being a caucus leader of the caucus on caucus night and all of that, And I said, look, no, I'm supporting the guy financially. I said, but I really don't have time for that, and because I must be really honest. I was going to support the guy, but I didn't think America was ready. Was going to vote to have him. And so anyway, the guy asked, and I declined. I said, no, I'm, do what I can financially, but that's it. And then I was sitting at home one night, watching TV, and the phone rang, and I don't know about you guys if you got that caller ID thing, I looked at the caller ID and it said incomplete data. And usually when I get that on my phone, I do not answer, because it's somebody usually trying to sell something or whatever. But then sometimes if I wanted to argue with somebody, I said, let me get that phone. So I'll take it. So this time I decided, well, I'll take it. I picked up the phone and I heard the voice that said, hello, Mr. Hayes? And I said, yeah. I said, this is Senator Obama. And of course I said, who? He said, this is Senator Obama. I said, well, hello, Senator, how you doing? What's up? He asked if I would participate in his effort to become the president of the United States of America, and asked if I would work the caucus and all that. And so, I told him, I said, well, Senator, there's no way in the world I can say no to you. I said, I'll do the best I can. And that's how I got involved, other than financially, and called some friends of mine to help at the caucus that evening. Your mother and several others, and we did pretty well. We did pretty well. And as I indicated, once we got the news that Senator Obama had won the state of Iowa, we were all, really overjoyed and surprised, to say the least, because no one thought, no one that I knew anyway, other than Senator Obama, because when he came here a couple days or so before the caucuses, he spoke, I think it was at Irving School, and I was in the line around the stage, and when he came down and he said to me, we shook hands, and he said, Mr. A, he said, I believe we can win this. So I said, hey, I'm with you. So anyway, but I still was surprised that Iowa, that he had taken Iowa. Matter of fact, I have friends who call me from where they've moved to in other states. Man, what's happening in Iowa? What happened in Man, how you mean them people? I didn't think they would go. I said, well, things will change in Iowa. So it's really a great time, really a great time. And just recently saw the president at the NAACP 100th anniversary banquet. He was our keynote speaker, and he was encouraging us to work with our kids and teach them the importance of education and the importance of hanging with their goals and doing. He said, I don't, without downgrading anybody. He said, everybody can't be rappers and they can't, singers and all that kind of thing. He said, I want our folks to aspire to be doctors, lawyers, educators. He said, and I want kids to aspire to be president of the United States of America. Well, of course, that brought the house down that night. Then we all jumped to our feet and gave him a great round of applause. So he seems to be a great young man. And certainly, we wish him nothing but the best, and we'll do whatever it is that we need to do to help him be successful as our president.